The way I learned dropshipping was not by watching a bunch of different YouTube videos. It was through doing my own research and through finding information that is not basically as trendy or popular that everyone else watches. By the way, I am here on my balcony, so just a little bit of a change of scenery for you guys, and then you're probably gonna hear a bunch of construction noise down the street, but I hope it's okay. I wanted to make a different video for you guys. There's so much content on YouTube about dropshipping, and a lot of it is just not good content. It's not really teaching you anything. It's just like popular and trendy, and people aren't really making content anymore for purposes of teaching you anything or offering you value. It's just to kind of get you watching. How many videos of these have you watched and walked away without really learning anything or being able to really do anything with drop shipping? There's a ton of videos that you see for winning products, right? Or trending products, and every month there's something new. Why would there be a new product every single month? Why would these people give away these amazing winning products? And really, there's no incentive for them to do that. It's just for content's sake. It's not really offering valuable products because they would just do it themselves. A lot of these products are like junky Alibaba, AliExpress type of stuff. That's like $10, $20, $30. You can't do drop shipping with AliExpress. So any video that talks about doing drop shipping with AliExpress or something like that, avoid that because that's just not good information. It might sound good and it might sound easy. They always promise you this like make $1 million in a month, like really fast, really easy, but it just doesn't work that way. That kind of information is not really gonna teach you anything. You gotta try to learn information that not everybody else has access to. These videos get watched by like thousands and thousands, even millions of people. If they're seeing the same information as you and the same products, everybody knows the same thing that you know. So how are you gonna stand out? How are you gonna compete? You can't. So the way I learned to do dropshipping actually is by investigating different sources. I like to listen to certain podcasts, and it took me some time to find these podcasts. I don't automatically go for the most popular ones that they advertise, like the first one that you see and the one that has like 1 million views. I try to find those smaller, newer podcasts from people that are just getting into it and maybe are trying to grow. These types of people are a lot more willing to give you actual, real valuable information. They're actually trying to get viewership and they want to offer really good information that's going to attract more people. So they're more willing to basically spill the beans versus like those popular videos. They're not really trying to offer any valuable information. They're just trying to kind of make content that's going to make you watch but not really learn anything. So that's how I did it. I found a few podcasts that weren't as popular or well known, and that's where I learned a lot of valuable information about dropshipping. If you don't really know anything about e-commerce or how to create a basic looking store, then you're kind of at a disadvantage. Luckily, I have experience in e-commerce, so I kind of know what a somewhat professional store looks like. And if you don't know how to do that, that's something that you need to learn. I see people trying to start a dropshipping store and they put in an hour of work and the store looks terrible. Nobody's gonna shop there. Nobody's gonna take it seriously. Nobody's gonna think it's a legitimate store. So the first thing, even before you get into dropshipping, is you gotta understand how to do e-commerce. Basic things like listing a product, how shipping works, just navigation, how a normal store is supposed to look. The next thing I learned is obviously that when you do build out a store, you want it to look professional, and before you start reaching out to your suppliers, you have to have products on it. And these could be, I call them dummy products, but the store needs to look professional. You're not really selling anything yet, but you don't want to reach out to suppliers with a blank, ugly store. They're not gonna want to work with you. It has to look like you're actually in business and you're actually doing it for real. And that's how you get really good suppliers. And you want to look for suppliers that are solid, local, great manufacturers. This takes a lot of research. Don't ever think about doing some Alibaba stuff. And the probably most difficult part of starting a dropshipping store is figuring out what to sell, finding those products. And that's not easy. Nobody's gonna give you that information. You're gonna have to do research and you might have to try different things. And that's gonna be probably the hardest thing about succeeding in dropshipping. You're gonna have to figure this out on your own. It's gonna take time. You might have to start a store, try some products, add some products, take out some products, do something completely new. It's kind of like trial and error. It's really hard to figure out what's really gonna sell. You can't do this in a day or a week. That's never gonna get you anywhere. And if that's your mentality, don't even try it. You have to commit like a good amount of time, a good amount of effort, and you have to work on your story. You have to polish it up, descriptions and pictures, build it out, add a lot of different information, do some SEO. You need your products in your store to rank, to actually see if people are coming and actually if they're buying and if they're interested in your products, or they might be interested in just one product that you have or whatever it is. You're gonna need to learn that information. That's gonna take time. If you don't put in that time or effort, or you don't go into it with that mentality, you're just wasting your time and it's not gonna work. And the other thing that I see a lot of advice about is just like, yeah, just do a dropshipping store, just put in 10 minutes and just do TikTok ads. That's not really gonna work for most people because you don't know yet how to market your product. If you don't know how to create ads that actually work, you're just gonna waste money. It's pointless if you aren't really good at it. And the way you get really good at it is by learning how to do it, trying different things and just getting better at it. But that's not necessarily what you want to do from the beginning. Start like throwing money at random stuff, hoping you're just gonna get sales from some TikTok ads. It's not gonna work. Build out your store, make it look as professional as possible, find great suppliers, do some marketing, work on your SEO, give it some time and see if you can actually make some sales from some organic traffic, maybe do some outreach, something like that. Don't necessarily feel like you have to spend a ton of money to build out a dropshipping store. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's kind of how I went about it. You hear a lot of different things about dropshipping as well. Like some people are like, it's played out, it's dead, or it's great. And if you think about it, it's a very basic, simple business model. And if you do it right, it's actually amazing. And I think it's just, the tip of the iceberg. It has so much more to go. What you're really doing is you're just marketing products. You're not necessarily really selling. You're just taking great products that other companies make, and your job is really to market that product. It's like such a basic concept, and there's no reason why companies wouldn't want to do that. If you figure out how to market a product better than them or in a different way, in a unique way, and you can reach more customers, then it's like a win-win. There's no reason why they wouldn't do it. And the word dropshipping can be maybe off-putting in some ways, but you don't need to call it dropshipping. It's just you're marketing products and you're selling them, and you just have the supplier, the brand, the manufacturer fulfill that product. They're not really doing anything. You're doing the marketing work and you're sending them the order and they fulfill it for you. It's a win-win situation. It's a great situation, and there's actually not that many companies doing it because everyone talks about Alibaba, but that's junk. And if you actually find really good suppliers where there's probably a lot of them that are not doing this yet, and you find them and you work with them and you build out that relationship and that system, then you could do really well. And that's probably the hardest part, is finding those products and seeing what's gonna work and what's actually gonna sell. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, follow the channel for more dropshipping information, how to start that business, other businesses, and I'll see you guys next time.